Hola! This video is 6 months old. It's been sitting unlisted on my channel for that long because it was supposed to be a collab with another YouTuber and they kind of backed out. I don't know what to call it, but I'm not gonna get into details. I'm not gonna say names, and I don't want to like leave their name in the video, like, especially since it's not a collab anymore and that would look weird. I don't want it to seem like I'm throwing shade by like leaving their name in there and showing that it was supposed to be a collab. Like, I don't want to do any of that shit because I'm not trying to start shit with another YouTuber. Like, I still watch their channel. Like, I love their videos still, so it's like there's no real beef or anything like that. Just want to explain that real quick before you guys are like, what's wrong with this video? Why does it look so weird? Like, what? It's because it's 6 months old. Anyways, enjoy. Hola guys. I'm a humorous person, so I will make my jokes and stuff. It was quite a scary experience. I think it was actually my scariest experience I have ever had. I mean, I've had a few really scary ones. I feel like I said this story, but when I asked in the live stream, you guys said that I hadn't said it, so I did say it during the live stream, but I guess I'm officially saying it on my channel. I don't believe in the devil, but I do believe in like dark entities, or also known as like demons. I've had too many experiences not to believe. And this was my very first experience with a dark entity. It was my 15th birthday. The birthday itself went well. I don't really remember if I had many people over. At the time, I did have my best friend come sleep over. I think I just had her come over. I don't think I invited anybody. It was like just me and her, I think, and we like watched movies and stuff. And we went to bed. Of course, it's a sleepover, so we didn't really sleep. We sat there on my bed for quite a long time talking. Finally, she got sleepy. We'll call her Melissa. Melissa was my best friend at the time. I've always been a night owl, so I've never really been one to fall asleep right away, but how my bed was set up, it was like against the wall, and then like our heads were on the side of the wall. That's where the headboard was at, and we could look straight down, and at the foot of my bed, like however many feet away from the foot of my bed, was the closet and the door to the hallway, so I could see it. I had my door open. There was like this section of wall between the closet door and the hall door, and it was like this big light switch for the light in the middle. Well, I was sitting there and I was kind of just staring at the wall, not really thinking much, and then I closed my eyes and rolled over to go to sleep as well. I might have closed my eyes for approximately 10 seconds. I heard a male voice say cat. Excuse me? Yeah, I heard a male voice say my name, so of course my eyes immediately shoot open and I look over to where I was just looking, and there is this dark figure standing there. I immediately sit up and stare at it. Of course, I was like, the fuck if I'm gonna be the only one awake for this. I smack Melissa awake and she's like, what? I'm like, do you see that? And she goes, no, my eyes are closed. I almost slapped her. Open your eyes. She's right next to me and I feel her body tense up, so she's seen it. It wasn't just me. She goes, what the hell is that? And she sits up. I said, I don't know. I said my name. So we're sitting there staring at this thing for a few moments. I don't know how long. Time was passing by weirdly. Before you ask, this was in my mom's house. Where my room was at, when cars would go by, the entire room lit up. Well, the entire room lit up and that thing stayed pitch black. So no, it was not a shadow, before anyone tries to say that. And I tell her, I'm like, maybe you should talk to it. She's like, no, you talk to it. It's your house. And so after bickering for a few moments, I say, can I help you? By the way, in case you guys don't know, you're never supposed to engage spirits if they're calling you. I didn't know that at the time. As soon as I said that, the spirit goes from about, 5 foot to 6 feet. It just started to grow. Me and my friend tense up and we're holding each other's hand. We can't look away. We just can't look away. And it starts coming closer. and we start going, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. We're holding each other really close, and we're like literally trying to like morph into the headboard. Like we were trying to get away from this thing. Get closer, get right up to the end of the bed. We can literally feel like it press against the foot of the bed, and then it would go back over to the wall. And it kept doing that because we would relax once it started to go back to the wall. And once it came close, we would get scared again. I realize looking back now, it was trying to get more energy from us so that it could feed off us and do more stuff. I didn't know that at the time. We're sitting there and we're so freaked out. We didn't know what to do. We'd stopped talking to it because we were like, okay, I'm not gonna fucking talk to it now that it decided to grow 6 feet. Part of the reason why I don't like talking about this story is it almost seems like it's directly out of a movie. It was so terrifying. And I'm watching it and I saw like things crawling out of it. Like I'm sitting there watching it and there's like something crawling from the side of it, and it was also black, but it was staying in the shadow so I couldn't see it. I was flipping out. I'm like, this thing's got friends, it's fucking growing, it's teasing us, scaring us. I'm like, I don't know what to do. And like we were kind of frozen. We both didn't know what to do. And I don't know why, but I wanted to see what time it was. Don't know what made me want to do that, but I let go of Melissa's hand. As I'm letting go and turning, she lets out the bloodiest scream. She instantly clenches her head, and I quickly grab onto her as she's like crying, holding her head. She's saying, it burns, it burns, it burns. And I look around and I'm seeing more of those dark figures starting to surround us. I couldn't take it anymore. I don't know why we didn't start screaming sooner, but we didn't. I think it was like just being paralyzed and feared that we weren't thinking clearly. I start screaming for my mother, and so does Melissa. We both sit there and we're screaming at the top of our lungs. And we hear this low growl right next to our heads as we're screaming, which makes us scream even louder. I watch it because it didn't move where it was at, but the growl was like right next to us. She wasn't looking at it no more. But I watched the black thing crawl back in, the things around us disappeared, and I watched the hall light turn on, and I see my mother dash into the hallway and into my sister's room. Yeah, she's coming out of my sister's room, and this thing is leaving my room, and it literally walked by my mother, like right in front of her into the hallway, and she like just missed it. And she came in, and my friend wasn't looking. Like, I kept my eye on it. I wasn't looking away. But my friend's like crying and just hanging on to me. She wasn't looking. And she goes, it's in here, it's in here, it's in here. And then my mom, she's like in her PJs doing like a football stance. Like, what's in here? What's in here? Like, she thought there was an animal. She thought an animal got in. I was like, no, it's gone now. It's gone now. And like, we had to go into the bathroom, and I had to like look at her head, and I remember like her scalp was very red. I don't remember seeing like scratches, but it was very red and it felt hot to the touch. Let her just like, because I looked, and then I let her, you know, collect herself in the bathroom, and I told my mom what happened, and she's like, are you sure you weren't dreaming? Bruh, we weren't dreaming. We both can't have the same freaking dream. I got so mad at her because my mom, of all people, knows that like really paranormal things happen, and in that house, yeah. After that, I think, was when the hauntings in the house got really bad. Like, we knew something was wrong with the house once we like moved in. We realized like there was spirits, but that was the first time that something really super scary and negative happened. And we found out later that nobody had lived in that house past the 5 years. And guess what? My birthday was the 5-year mark of us living there. Yep. I knew something negative had to happen because later on more scary stuff happens throughout the years, and I have a couple more scary stories like that for you guys. Be so careful, you guys, especially like if you're like purposely dabbling in the paranormal. You need to protect yourself. You need to be careful. Don't play with Ouija boards. Don't, like, if you think you're encountering a dark entity, find your way out of that situation because they can be very dangerous. Like, spirits don't hurt you. Dark entities, however, won't think twice. I don't think I've ever been that scared. That house has some history, some dark things have happened there. We don't have enough to like research on it, but we're trying to find more. We did find out recently that apparently at one time it was a brothel. So many stories of things that happened in that house. I'll have to make more story times for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this spooky experience and subscribe to me if you haven't already. And have a beautiful day.
Bye, my little rainbows.
I hope I got the audio. I hope I caught the audio of that. I really do. But it sounded like a music box was playing. And me and Chris don't have a music box. And it sounded like it's coming from the living room. Like me and him just moved into this apartment. But that's funny because there's a different story about my mom's house that involves a music box that scared the shit out of me.